Hey mates, today we're going to talk about how you play Inferno. Uh, like always, like I've done with the Mirage and like I've done with the apps position, I'm just gonna take it how I remember it. So it's not like it's not in order and stuff like that. So let's just talk about the defaults at first. Let's talk about CT. So as CT, you want to have um, 2 guys B, and you want to make it a default to place that Molotov. So that is an anti-rush Molotov, so that when if they try to rush it, they get stinged. If you want to take banana, you have to place this Molotov, and you have to place that smoke. The smoke first, and then that Molotov, because then you Molotov into wood, and then you can always double nade China. Ooh. There. And then lastly, place a flashbang, bang, and then go down, clear it. The smoke is still up, and then you can re-smoke if you want to. You can also just have one guy with the smoke just jumping over here. When he sees someone, either throw smoke here or just run away, and then the other guy can go to A side. Or you can have the Molotov up there, and you can wait for the opponent team to take banana control. And when they have done that, you can make the golden combo, which is a smoke there and a Molotov there. They need to either go back of the smoke, or they need to go out and fight you. So there you want either a second orb to hold here, or you want a flashbang over here, and then you can peek with your mate from CT, take this control, and if you want top banana, you have to clear this, because they normally they boost here, so go out, clear this, and then you have the top banana, and you can always re-smoke this one. The smoke you want to delay. Of course, if you want to take the banana, you're using a smoke in the start, but if you don't take it, you want to delay the smokes. So probably at 1 minute or 1:10 or something like that, throw this smoke. Some teams on T side like to throw a CT smoke, and that's it. Maybe a CT smoke and a molly at 3, just because they want you to take your utility out of you. That is why sometimes it's good to just, if they smoke CT, just hold on to it and maybe just play a off angle if they go in. As B players, you have to come up with setups. It can be like 2-2, one here, and one down here. It could be one CT who is jiggling, the smoke out, the smokes, and then you have a guy 3, and if they smoke your CT, you just throw flashes over the 3 position. So when the T's go out, they're gonna get blind, and this guy can go out and shoot them. If they smoke you, if they Molotov you 3, you can always put this smoke up. Then you can just peek behind it, play around it. Maybe even some flashes over, so your mate from Ruins or CT can come up over and help you. If you want to fight for it. You can also, if you have taken banana control, you can also have just a guy down here at wood or at China, and then you just have a guy who's jumping here, who is gonna help you. A good idea is also to have this control. You have guy sandbags, and you have maybe a guy at corner who's jiggling. You can also have a guy here who's playing anti, and a guy down here who is watching. That's also a good position, because when you go out, you're gonna clear this, but you have 2 guys here, so maybe you're gonna get one, and the other guy is gonna trade. Maybe you don't even get a guy, and these 2 are gonna trade and trade and trade. So that's also a good position to play in. You can also, there's a few smokes that's good for you. You can use this smoke. There is can't remember it. There's like, I think it's this smoke and this smoke also. It's supposed to go up and there, so you have the one way here. I think there's also, I think it's like that. And that smoke. It's just block smokes and placing. This one is not a block smoke. I can't remember the smoke. Yeah, this is a one-way smoke, so you have the smoke there and you can shoot under it. Obviously you have the block smoke from here that everybody knows that retakes. You can also have some flashes. If you want to take banana for 3 persons, you can have guy throwing that flash or throwing that flash. Yeah, and here, this one is to blind China. There's also the antenna flash, and you can smoke this one out and then have a guy inside the smoke and throw the antenna flash and then just go out and shoot them. So that's how you play B side. To play A side, you have 3 guys, you have one long, probably the Orber. The Orber should be the rotation player because normally you just smoke long off because the Orber plays there and you just get kill out here. So the Orb can easily play short. You also see that in a lot of pro matches. But normally the Orb's default is at long. And his role is obviously rotation. And need to get peaks. It's hard to find peaks on Inferno, but there's some different plays you can make. You can always have a guy who's boosting you there. Jump on face, jump on him, and then jump forward. Get a peek down here. You can also just try and do this. Go out. You can also have a guy holding your bedroom, and then you go up here. And then you just walk until you get a peek. If you don't see anyone, just walk forward until you see anyone. And then you have the whole of mid. Get a peek and run away. There's also the setup you can play here. One here and one there. So the guy here is a rifler. And the guy over here is an AWP. Good. The short players is to hold boiler mostly. Or to play apps with the apps guy, the pit guy. Always have in mind that you need to play together, so there's like 3 phases I like to say. The first phase is where you fight middle. The second phase is where you fight on the short positions and the long positions and the bulk position. So if the first position is like in apps, and the last phase is side and pit, so you play here and here and here. So in the first phase you want to obviously go into apps with your apps player and play around that, and then your mid guy just hold mid. In the second phase you want to go back, maybe hold boiler, or maybe go more back and hold here. And then your Orber, you want him to hold here, or you want him to hold here. You can also have him in the first phase while you're in the second phase and short. So you just hold boiler and your mid guy is holding mid. And in the third phase, you are going into side, and you can hold apps. You can also have a setup where you have a crossfire with your guy pit. There's a different numbers of holding side with your pit guy. So you have a guy pit up in bulk, and you're playing here. So there's different crossfires you can have. You can also have your AWP just holding apps for example, and then just have your pit guy and your side guy holding short. That's also a thing you can do. So his primary objective is to hold the side and hold short. The pit guy is the anchor player on the A side. First position is obviously in apps. He can make a number of plays. He can jump over mid, see if there's anyone. If there's not, he can just push apps and just kill them. This smoke to extinguish the molly is pretty stupid because then they know you're coming. I would recommend just throwing it like this. It doesn't make a difference. Just throwing in your run. Obviously you can throw a molly there, you can throw a smoke up here. I don't remember the smoke. But there's a smoke where it's put up there and then you have a runway down here. You can also put a smoke in the end. I can't show it right now, but I will in 2 seconds. But else you can just jiggle this. If you see anyone, just go out. If you don't see anyone in like a 1 minute time or something, you can push forward. And it would be very important to do that if you're like behind in numbers. So if you're 3v4 or 4v5 or something, you can easily just push forward. The smoke I'm talking about is, I think it's like that. No, it's a more down. It's like there. So when they go forward, they don't see any gap. They just want to go to boiler, but you can still see their gun, so you can easily shoot them. But I would recommend to use your smoke at pit and throw this smoke. Then you get a 1-way here. You can easily fight apps and get a 1v1 here, where you most likely will win. You can also fight up apps here from a cycle and play on site. The Molotov would be extinguished if they throw it badly, like that. But if they throw it like this, it won't be extinguished. It should be landing over there. It won't be extinguished. And therefore you have to keep alive, basically. The A-Anger's objective is to basically keep himself alive in any means possible. So if that contains of like smoking there, mollying there, flashing there, flashing there, sorry. Bang. Just keeping yourself alive till your mates from B come over, and then you can retake the site. But like I said before, you can have crossfires with your mate. Yeah. To retake sites, you can easily just throw this smoke, this Molotov, and this Molotov. Go through ruins with this flash, and then just retake it like that. You smoked that, you mull it and mull it. The only place that they can be is here, 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 and here. And that's easy if you come 3 guys here. You have already cleared this, so now you need to clear this. When you've cleared that, you need to clear this. When you've cleared that, sit on it, and body block. Easy. On A, there's different number of things. I like to do this. A flash over. Maybe have molly side somewhere. Or molly pit. And then go in with the flash and clear side. If you come from short, it's basically just a short execute. You can just flash over there. You can flash over here. You can smoke pit off if you want to. Wait with the flashes and just go inside if you want to. You can molly pit. Stuff like that. So that's basically how I play CT. And then there's a number of pushes you can do. Good. On T side. Default, 2 banana, 2 apps, 1 mid. The mid guy is the orb. Banana is probably the hardest map to play orb, but again, just go for the peaks. Because it's hard is because if you don't do anything, if you don't try to find the peaks, you're basically useless as an orber. So you have the 2 banana guys. Throw a Molotov over there. And throw a Molotov again if they try to retake it. You will always have the most Molotovs, you will always win the banana fight if they don't go out and just shoot you. maybe get a guy up here and then have another guy over here to throw window retake flashes for you. So if they try to take it, you have the flash and you can just peek up mid side. If you want to take top banana, you can throw Molotov and flash, or this flash. These flashes are if you Molotov the corner. If you want to Molotov the sandbags instead, you want to throw this flash instead. This flashes the corner, maybe a bit behind, but like you get the idea. You have to flash the corner instead of the sandbags position if you want to volley that. To take and execute is to smoke. This guy smokes ruins and flash and entry flash, maybe 2. Let's say he throws 2. You have a guy who volleys on the exact same time, then the flash, boom, throw, and then the flash again, boom, and then you go in. And then you can easily have another guy throwing a Molotov like that. Then you have 2 Molotovs, you have 2 smokes, you have some flashes, and then it's just basically just taking side. Beware of that position. So that's basically how you take B. Apps players, you need to take apps with the banana tag, so you need basically to do it at the same time, or you need to take apps first. You can take apps in different ways. You can go 1-1, so 1 on bedroom and 1 on apps, and then you have to take some individual fights. And here, and then you come over here, and then you just free to run, throwing that, and then you go down. This guy over here, he runs out of apps and goes mid, and then you take mid. The other thing is where you can go 2 here and just jiggle everything, and then 1, 2, 3, and then the first guy crouches and the second guy just go out, and then it's basically the same thing. One guy stays in app, the other guy goes out to mid. Then you have the AWP player. He's gonna smoke one of the sides. I think it's like that. That's short smoke and the long smoke, and then I failed the long smoke, but you know, get the idea. And then flashes up, and then you go out, either take the long control or take the short control. If you take the long control, you still need to be aware of boost. If you take the short control, you need to be aware that there's a gap here, because some people don't know how to throw a long smoke without gap here, so you need to be aware of that. And then you also need to be aware that somebody just go through this. So always keep in mind of that. If you don't know what to do, then just go back and just hold top mid. You know there's no one there, so you have top mid for free if you want to take it again. And then it's basically just to either make a long wrap, a short push, or a apps pop. And apps pop is basically throwing a smoke there and just 2 flashes over apps. And then you have 2 or 3 guys in here where the first guy jumps out, just being hard to hit, and the 2 other guys are going out and fighting pit. If you want to, you can also smoke that one, and then just have... How did I fail that? Throw this one, please not fail. And then just fight pit. Short push is basically a Molotov in pit, and then a flash to flash. Side slash pit, and then side slash balcony, and then just go in with the smoke, obviously moto. And the long wrap is basically where you can do a number of things. You can smoke that and just run. You can also throw this smoke, just shift through it, then smoke one more, flash through it, bang, and then just run onto side. Maybe with an apps player lurking, who can throw some flashes like this. Yes. So that's basically how I play Inferno. There's obviously more to it, but as I said, I'm just going over the general feeling of how you play Inferno, and this is it. The defaults, what you can do, if you want to take a side and stuff like that. There's obviously on B you can easily just smoke this and smoke this and smoke this and just go through ruins to side. On A there's a number of different things you can do. You can smoke all of pit off, and then just focus on side. So there's a number of things you can do, but this is basically the general idea of how you play Inferno. Thank you for watching.